Good evening, everyone. Hi, good evening, everyone. Yeah, what a blessing it is to see parents here in the Liso Center this evening. So great to see everybody. And welcome to our fine arts, what I would normally say banquet, because it's usually followed by a banquet, but we're not having a banquet this evening because of COVID. But hopefully next year we'll be having a big banquet with food and all of those things. I just have a couple of people I want to introduce, and then I'm going to say kind of a longer speech to start the evening. But I would love to start the evening by introducing and welcoming our head of school, Mr. Flanagan, to the stage to say a few words to parents and students. So welcome, Mr. Flanagan.
Yes, thank you for that lovely, polite ripple of applause. Thank you. Okay, well, look, I'm going to be very, very brief, but it is absolutely wonderful to see your children. I mean, you, parents, a little bit, but mainly your children, because it has been an incredible, incredible year. And, you know, it's just wonderful to be feeling like we're getting back to some semblance of normality. Now, I have to start off with a bit of a quote. And the quote that I really love is by the author Neil Gaiman, who says, "The world always seems brighter when you've just made something new that wasn't there before." And tonight is a celebration of that. We've seen all throughout the year, and especially over the last few weeks and months, new things being created by your children, our students. So let me say thank you, parents, because I have actually, I know I look like I've been around a long time, and that's because I have, and I've worked in a lot of schools. But the kids at this school are just so blessed with such incredible, incredible talent. And when it's channeled in the right way, particularly through fine arts, it is just an absolute blessing to see. So thank you so much for lending us your children to be part of the journey, their creative journey, that they're beginning, they're blossoming as they move on to the new world. And I really do hope that they enjoy this evening and that we celebrate those sort of things. They remember that creativity doesn't stop when they stop studying, that they do it for the rest of their life. It's a really, really important part of life. So thank you for joining us. Welcome. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Flanagan. And for the first time at the Fine Arts Banquet award ceremony, I want to welcome our new principal to welcome students and parents. So thank you, Dr. Linazet. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, everyone. I don't think I count as new anymore. I feel like I've been here for a long time. I want to welcome you all. It's very nice to see people in real life when I've seen so many of you on Zoom. I think we need to, before we pay tribute to the students, I'd like to pay tribute to the adults as well. So first of all, the teachers, thank you so much. You've been so persistent and so wonderful, and you never, never gave up. So I'd like to give them a round of applause. And I also want to thank you, parents, because it is a big commitment to be an art student at this level, and we know that it wouldn't be possible without your support. So thank you, parents, as well. This is a really good time to be reflective because we're coming out of the pandemic, hopefully, and something that I really remember from the very beginning of the pandemic was that we really needed the arts more than ever. I don't know if you remember, if you were maybe, some of you maybe were in lockdown. I was in a place where we were stuck indoors for many months. And the only joys really were reading and writing and listening to music and watching films and seeing people's wonderful pictures online. And so I think it reminded us all how important the arts are. So as we come out of this pandemic, let's remember that and let's continue to value them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So I'm also going to start with a quote. And this quote is by Uta Hagen. And if you don't know Uta Hagen, she is a famous theater theorist. And she says, "The knowledge that every day there is something more to learn, something higher to reach for, something new to make for others, makes each day infinitely precious." So again, greetings parents, faculty, staff, families, and most importantly, students. Thank you for being here this evening. It's so great to see you. I want to welcome you officially to the Fine Arts Awards ceremony, and it's my absolute pleasure and such a blessing to be the Director of Arts here at Seoul Foreign School every day, to come into your classrooms and see the wonderful things you get to do each and every day. Is just such a blessing for me. It's so wonderful to have our parents here this evening with us. We've certainly missed you, and we hope to see you much more often as we move into the next school year. Students, as I thought about speaking to you this evening, two words kept coming into my mind. And those words were perseverance and resilience. Over the past 2.5 years, you've been asked to do and to endure, to change and to adapt. You've been disappointed so many times in the arts in terms of changing things and cancellations and all of those things, and we know that. But despite all of that, your resilience and your perseverance has allowed you to excel in such an ever-changing world. And I know I speak for everyone here sitting in this room this evening and everyone watching at home, online, when I say we couldn't be more proud of each and every one of you. So please, right now, just parents and teachers, join me in congratulating these students. You guys are amazing. You guys know that everything we do in these spaces, whether it be on this stage here in Liso, in Rob Hall, in the Black Box, in our art studios, in our drama lab, in our music classrooms, everything we do is based on you, right? Without you, these spaces are just empty spaces, empty buildings. It's your creativity, it's your passion, it's your voices, your performances, your words, and your art that make these spaces come to life and define their purpose. There have been so many successes this year across all of our programs, from everything we possibly did, and I'm looking at Miss Moon, everything we did to bring the High School Musical, Something Rotten, to the stage. And that was an epic thing to bring to the stage, right? To Interstice, our DP art exhibition, from our choral and band and orchestra concerts to our DP theater and APAC student performances, STAPAC student performances, from our excellent newspaper, The Spirit, to our students working behind the scenes in Crusader Live and Point of View. And even though so many of our trips were canceled, we're so proud of our APAC students, our AMI students, our Chimea students. Please know that we know there was so much disappointment for you not getting to travel to these events, but also know how proud we are of you for having the courage to audition and for also being selected. One of our greatest joys as teachers and educators is getting to see you achieve. It's not only about making the groups, but seeing you grow throughout the process and having the courage to put yourself out there and audition. We had excellent editions this year of The Spirit, The Magpie, and we can't wait to see the high school yearbook this year. We know how many hours these students put into making these publications excellent, and so we thank those kids for all their hard work. I have two more things. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank all of your teachers. Students, thank your teachers. Let's thank them right now. Thank you, teachers. Woo, yes! Thank you for the countless hours you put into creating lessons. Thank you for working with students to perfect a song, a painting, a sketch, a piece of blocking, a photograph, an article, a speech, a piece for an audition, teaching students how to build something, and being their mentor. Thank you for all the hard work you put into your MYP and DP courses. Your work is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you. And finally, to our seniors, thank you for the past 4 years. As this is the end of my 4th year, which seems like it went really fast, I feel like I have a really special connection to this group, as I feel like I've gone through high school with you since you were a freshman. And I wanted to repeat something that, I say this a lot, but I wanted to repeat something that Mrs. Moon said to me my first year here, and that I learned in this ceremony, right? So before you go, even though you're graduating and moving on, you're not replaceable, right? So no one can ever replace your contributions, your creativity, your passion, and the time you gave to the arts here at Seoul Foreign School. Next year, there might be other plays, other students working in the scene shop, other musicians in concerts, other students creating in the drama lab or the art studio, other students dancing, other students writing for the Spirit, and creating yearbook and so on and so forth. But they're not replacing you. They're simply creating their own legacy, just as you've created yours. We wish you all the best as you begin creating your next legacy, wherever that may be. So in conclusion, thank you all for helping the arts here at Seoul Foreign School truly live and breathe the idea of inspiring excellence and building character. Each and every one of you inspires us every day, and your character has shown through in the excellence you bring to everything you do. Thank you again for your resilience and perseverance. Thank you. And as always, I would like to begin, if we could, with a prayer before we start the evening. So if I could ask you just to bow your heads quickly, I'm going to just start with a quick prayer. Father God, we desire your presence here among us as we honor our fine students and their dedication. We celebrate their capacity for creativity, for critical thinking, and for focused effort. You, oh God, are the source of that inspiration, the spark that urges us to excellence. We thank you for the ability to come together as one family here at Seoul Foreign School, a place of learning and creativity which embodies your spirit, and teachers which provide us educational opportunities that transform minds and hearts. We thank you for the families that offer emotional and community and spiritual and every kind of support possible. Finally, we thank you for making this Seoul Foreign School a wonderful place to learn, to work, and to grow together. We ask all your blessings on us gathered here this evening and for those watching at home. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you so much. And we're going to get started with some awards. So I'm going to invite Mr. Black to the stage for the first award of the evening.
Who was that? That's a first. I love going first because I get to either set the pace for the awards or I get to wax on eloquently and limit everybody else. Right? So I love going first. This has been a year of firsts. A lot, I'm fogging up like crazy. Our first Zoom production, where we had an audience that was watching on Zoom. We had their pictures all up on a screen there. A year of innumerable broadcasts. Also, my first missed show in 13 years. But with the student that I'm honoring tonight, and unfortunately she can't be here, there's something that's not a first for her, and that's her commitment to Crusader Live, to working in the scene shop, to supporting all of the events that happen on these stages. For 4 years, she's been dedicated to supporting all of these events and working with the team of students that makes up Crusader Live. She can't be here tonight, but please give a warm Applause for Jamie Cheeseman.
Thank you so much, Mr. Black. I'm going to invite up Mr. Dahan to honor those students from the Spirit. So welcome, Mr. Dahan.
Thank you and good evening. My name is Eric Dahan. I'm the Director of Alumni Relations here at SFS, and I have also been around many years at many different schools, and it's just a pleasure to be here and to work with your kids. As I don't teach classes, I'd love to take opportunities to connect with the students, and it's been my pleasure to work with the Spirit students this year. So I'm going to ask a few students to come up here and prepare themselves right over here. So Ethan, Irene, Yunjae, Taran, Kate, and William.
Just wait for your peers right here.
So we've had a tremendous year this year, and we've done some very exciting things, and it's been a pleasure. Please come and line right up here. Don't be shy. You're not shy in the Spirit. You can be right out there. So we have several students to recognize. The Spirit staff, the community that is a part of this is a large and very organized group. Having been this is my 5th international school. This is really top drawer. Your students put in so much time, so much effort, so much creativity to put together something that they're so proud of. And all of them are winners, but we do want to recognize a few that stand out. So first of all, Ethan, student life pages. Please come forward, Ethan, here. Okay. Ethan, I had a chance to talk to some of your peers about you. And this evening we want to give you the Outstanding Writer Award. Ethan, you are recognized as one who is very responsible, always creative, very dedicated. And that's really something to be said with so many things that you have going on in your life. A couple things stood out. Examples of ways that you were creative and used your skills. You did a SFS teachers would have spent their time if COVID had happened when they were students. Do you remember that article? Yeah. Were you proud of that article? Of course you were. Very good. You also wrote about if you could have one fictional creature. Tell me more. Finish that line for me. The fictional creature story here.
If you can make one fictional creature real, then what would you choose and why? And I really like that fantastical element, and I really like to implement that kind of my passions and my interests, including fantasy, and understanding other people's views on that.
Wonderful. Next year, Ethan will be the student life editor next year. So we look forward to working with you on that, and congratulations. Irene, opinions page. That's right. Did you have a good year this year?
Yes.
You had an excellent year this year. Irene, the opinions page editor, told a little bit of background on Irene. She said Irene was so passionate about COVID and covering everything about COVID this past year. She was the person, you were the go-to COVID person this last year. That was something that really stood out to your team. But you also did some articles. You talked a bit about doing some memes during the wartime demonstrations, which you handled very sensitively and very intelligently. And Irene, you are the outstanding writer this year, along with your friend Ethan. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yon Jae. Yeah. We're moving into the design team, and we have an award called the Design Team Star Award, and you're a Design Team Star Award winner. She basically served as the illustrator-in-chief this year. Her peers noticed that she provided assistance to her other illustration team members to help improve throughout the year. She was not just about her work, but she was about service to others. She was very quick to take on additional last-minute illustrations, and she really helped polish things up and make that terrific final presentation. So congratulations on being the design team star. There's another design team star. Taryn? Am I pronouncing your name right? Very good. Taryn was known, her artwork, her design for the Spirit merchandise was well received. You got the most votes for that. She was very creative in her illustrations and very creative in the way she portrayed the article topics. This would be the third year you've been on the Spirit? First year. Okay. And it's going to be exciting to see what happens in the next 3 years with your creative talent. So wonderful. Congratulations. Design team star. Congratulations. Kate. Hi, Kate. I've never been this close to Kate. We're kind of a little different heights here, but that's all right. You're a very tall person in authority and strength and moving forward with things. Kate is Outstanding Editor Award this year. She has really been super reliable. Her peers talk about the fact that she is really committed ever since she was a part of this. You handle crises and last-minute things very well, which is amazing because we want to get the Spirit out, right? We need to move forward and make those decisions, and that's a very special quality. Your peers also notice that you always do a good job of accommodating other writers. You're thinking of others. That's wonderful. She will be the co-editor-in-chief next year, along with our next award winner. Kate, congratulations. Outstanding editor. William. Also, congratulations, William. Thank you. Also outstanding editor. William, you are known for your creative layouts. People have noticed, you have a way of, coming up with something that's kind of cool and the way it's put together. That is wonderful. You're also consistently provide positive, constructive feedback to his writers, not only for their articles and ideas, but also for interview questions, which help your peers with their journalism skills. They notice this, so that's exciting. Despite having to take on other responsibilities as a student life page editor, he also organized and was very dedicated to his role. He will be the co-editor-in-chief next year, and we're excited about that. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah. There's two other folks that need to come up here. Where are Stephanie and Haley? Stephanie Park, Haley's son. Here they come. I understand Stephanie and Haley get along very well. They're great friends. They work very well together. The staff have noticed that they never squabble amongst themselves, and they make decisions, and they're very much on one page. Ladies, please come forward. They're very diligent, and this year they put countless hours, and your staff noticed you doing countless hours. They could tell like you're doing a lot of work. Maybe it's that mail track feature, and they knew you were opening things in the middle of the night. I don't know. We won't talk about that. They put out excellent quality product. They really invested in each of the staff members. And really, they went above and beyond because they didn't just recycle the format of last year's Spirit. They really transformed it into a news magazine type of format, which had not been done before. And that was a little risky, but you guys did it. You did a super job, and you should be very proud of that. Not only did they take on that, but they also started some new features. The letter from the editor, the feature spreads, the photo feature, and more. So well done. Congratulations. We're excited for you. We're looking forward to those Pulitzer Prizes someday or whatnot, or whatever you pursue. Congratulations. Thank you. Come. Thank you.
Did you take mine, Mr. Sir?
Did I steal yours?
You may have. I hope you didn't, because I need that.
Here you go.
Okay, I'm going to invite all the advisors from the Magpie up to speak, and they can introduce themselves.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a privilege to be able to honor some students from the Magpie, which is the literary magazine for Seoul Foreign School. And I've been here long enough to remember when it was called The Gray Matter and a few other titles as well. But I'm so glad that the literary magazine is continuing and thriving. And it was just such a joy to see the other advisors here in action and all the students that were a part of that club trying to honor and give opportunity for people to express themselves through their own writing creatively. And so tonight we want to honor two students, and I have the privilege of honoring Terry Shim. And I wondered if Terry could come up. Terry and I probably spend a lot more time together than Terry probably wants to spend because we spend time together in various capacities. But I wanted to share my observations of her work with the Magpie. She was a visible presence from the very beginning of the year, and to be honest, she was a visible presence with the Magpie last year as well, which is where I first saw her in action. When I first started this year coming to the meetings, she was front and center in a lot of the meetings, leading them with a positive attitude and getting everybody excited about what was to come. She showed initiative in other ways as well because she met with us as advisors outside of the meetings since we weren't able to get together at all the same times. I really appreciated. I went through a time of sickness, and she always kept me abreast of what was going on and tried to let me know what was happening in the high school, even when I wasn't working there at that time. I loved her energy, brainstorming ideas, discussing the course of the year. One thing I know about Terry, there are many things I know, but one thing for certain is she's dependable. She's also outgoing, committed, and she loves the arts, many different kinds of arts. She's as hardworking as you'll ever find, and I'm thrilled to be able to present her with the Magpie Award for this year. Are we supposed to take our picture?
Yeah, I'm too short. But that's all right, because I'm presenting this award to a student who's probably of the same height as I am. Well, to those who do not know me, I'm Nancy Kilimlim. I'm new in this school, and it is such an honor to be one of the advisors of Magpie. This student is a student executive of Magpie's print department, and being the leader of the print department, she had the group with due diligence every time they needed to finish an assignment or every time they needed to finish a task. In fact, this student is in charge of the content compilation of the print issue of Magpie, and she and her group was able to collect 60 plus contributions from almost all the students of high school department. And she dedicated her time, in working with the group as they choose titles to be part of the print edition. This student, I am really very happy to have met this student because apart from, of course, being just the only advisor and knowing her in Magpie, I've seen her dedication, I've seen her commitment, and most of all, I've seen her time and effort and how much more she's willing to give in this club. Thus, she's really deserving of this award. I think Ms. Faitosa is going to say more about her. Go.
I'll add one more thing. The student is Kate Choi. So Kate, if you want to start coming down while I add a tiny little note about you. So as she's coming down, I'll just add that, my name is Alicia Faitosa, and I'm head of the English department. And in addition to being a great leader and a dedicated member of the team, Kate's also a great writer. And I've heard about this student for years now, because I keep hearing from other English teachers about how great and strong her writing is. And so it's been a pleasure for me to get to see some of that this year, both in our open mic event and in her contributions to the print edition. And I won't say much more because you will get to enjoy some of her words for yourself momentarily. So thank you, Kate.
Okay, I think we have a few students who are going to join us on stage to present for the yearbook, to give out some awards for the yearbook. So welcome to the stage, and you guys can introduce yourself when you get up here.
Good evening, I'm Anna.
And I'm Esther.
And we are the co-editors-in-chief of the yearbook. The 2021 to 2022 year was definitely a roller coaster, especially with COVID. We faced a lot of challenges with events getting canceled or delayed, but we were able to push through thanks to our amazing yearbook team. We would like to recognize 3 students that have showed excellent participation tonight, and we will now be announcing the award recipients.
So for the first award, we will be giving the award to the most dedicated member, and we chose a member who was always willing to spend their own time, apart from just meeting times, towards contributing to the yearbook. Not only does this member have exceptional photography skills, but this member also has great commitment and dedication. The most dedicated award goes to one of our photographers, Yu-Ho.
For our second award, this is for the most creative member. we chose a member who never failed to impress us with their creative ideas and layouts. This student has always exceeded our expectations by creating amazing layouts. The most creative award goes to our Mugs and Clothes section editor, Yeon Jae Choi.
Lastly, for the best designer, we chose a member who is the most well-rounded designer. This student was able to understand the theme and create layouts almost in an instant. The Best Designer Award goes to one of our fine arts layout artists, Jin-So Kang.
So we're going to take a short break from giving out awards, and I'm going to invite two students to the stage, Kate Choi and Justice Jones, and they're going to do a bit of reading from the Magpie. So if I can invite those students down, Justice and Kate, and you guys can share some of your writing with us. Can we welcome them to the stage? Thank you.
Hello. Hi. I'm Kate Choi. I'm a junior and I'm the co-editor-in-chief of The Magpie this year, along with Anna Song, who's not here today, but I just wanted to give her a shout out. One of the poems that will be coming out in our print issue soon is a poem that I wrote titled What the Mothers Do, and I'm going to be reading that for you today. And after me, you'll hear from Justice, who also presented some of his poems for the issue. We hope that you will be on the lookout for that because it is filled with fabulous work from student artists and writers in the high school. Thank you. This is a poem called What the Mothers Do. Mother's milk, manna for soup, shall strength out of string beans bring broth braided with breath to the door. Bottle blood with a lemonade, bring dust with daughters from floors that family has forgotten. Feel no more fury, only faithless. At dawn, they dream in the minute before sunrise and school. The sons say, she's so strict, so sour. Say, stop before they see me with you. The mothers shed hair now, not feathers. All their feathers are long gone. Years ago, they were birds, but they plucked their wings empty. They turned them into quills for the children.
This is a poem entitled Pollen. Last winter was the harshest yet. I found myself wandering in the forest, surrounded by wooden skeletons, shivering at the sight of corpses hunched over my vanishing soul. Then the snow thawed, unearthing memories that I tucked into the cold parts of my mind. The clouds cleared, exposing the new me, or the old one I buried away. And in my new skin, I was covered with a rotten, darkened film of shame and pain that sunk into my flesh. An emotion that no words could describe, for it has lived beyond all understanding. And spring came. Nature's soul was revived, with the plants releasing their dusty songs that left my new body petrified. But all the animals swayed along, a jubilee of resurrection. So I melted into any corner I could find for what felt like years of time. And when I finally stepped outside, the pollen hit my eyes and I began to cry. But then I realized that my weeping, the pain that was cascading down my face, was mourning for the things that happened to me, for the sweetness of release, for the harsh winter of discontent that lasted years, and for this being my first free spring. Thank you.
Now, Miss Joo-hee Seo is going to come up and present awards from the point of view.
Good evening. I'm Joo-hee Seo. I'm the designer and brand curator at SFHS Marketing. I'm here to give special recognition to 3 outstanding members of Point of View Photography Club for this year, whose dedication and passion were not overcome by the COVID-19 pandemic, but in fact were singled out in the time of such adversity. The Best Cinematography Award goes to a junior student whom you will all know for his passion and knowledge in the medium of photography and videography. When you like some information on the current trends in gears or film style, you can count on him. You might have spotted him with 5 kilos of equipment over his shoulder to capture some video around campus. He's the guy who must have run with you with a video camera in his hand during field days. Not only does he have a distinct voice as an artist, but also he's happy to serve the community through his skills and knowledge when he's asked. He's a person with a big heart and genuine love for the art form of photography and videography. So the Best Cinematography Award for POV goes to Jack Jin. Congratulations, Jack. Okay. This junior student I'd like to mention stands out for her commitment and leadership. In spite of the difficult time due to COVID and also the graduation of all the founders of the club, she stood up to the challenge of leading the club by greatly committing her time and administrative and communication skills. I praise her for her positive attitude, determination to lead this club to a success, and for doing her best in whatever task she faces. Thus, the Outstanding Commitment Award for POV goes to Lauren Song. Congratulations. I believe the most accomplished stage of mastering a skill set is reached through serving others with it. For the past 4 years of high school, this senior student has shown passion and dedication for photography by taking thousands and thousands of photos at sports games, performances, and events, and just for any reason that he could find to take photos. His photos are published in the banner magazines as newspaper advertisements for SFS and posters around campus. He takes photos for the sheer joy of it, and he enjoyed it so much that he ended up serving not just himself, but the whole SFS community. I'll miss his dedication and passion greatly after he graduates. Wherever this talented student goes and whatever community he serves, I believe he will do it with joy and genuine heart like he did here at SFS. The POV Service to Others Award goes to Derek Moo. Congratulations.
I do have to say something about Derek. This is, like I said, it's my 4th year, and Derek was a freshman when I was. I just feel like Derek and I have been in this school together forever. I don't know how long Derek's been here, but it seems like he's been here a long time. So I'm going to invite up now Mr. Jason Lee and Miss Albano. I'm not sure if Miss Albano's coming up, but I know Mr. Lee's coming up to present some dance awards to our dance students.
This is the Most Valuable Dancer Award, and it's gonna go to someone who is valuable both on and off the floor. She's someone who displayed outstanding skill and work ethic, but the leadership and work she did behind the scenes as our team captain was invaluable. This person's been on my team for 3 years since she was a freshman, which was also during my first year as the choreographer. So she's a day oneer because she's been there with me from the start. This person's been nothing but a delight to work with. I admire her talent and grace on the floor, as well as her humility off of it. She is a true silent leader. The Most Valuable Dancer Award goes to Gina Kang. Dance team, get a little closer to the stage, please. The next is the Outstanding Commitment to Dance Award. I consider her as one of the hardest workers behind the scenes. Every time I see or hear of her, she's always involved with other clubs, projects, and competitions. That is in addition to being our other team co-captain. With her many other commitments, she never puts our team in the back seat and always puts us first. She's always striving to be a better dancer. I'm always seeing her improve, and it's evident that her passion for dance runs through her veins. She is also my other fellow freshman and day oneer. The Outstanding Commitment to Dance Award goes to Kristen Cho. The next award is for the most powerful dancer. I will name her now because it's evident who is left through process of elimination. Congratulations, Eileen Chen. Oh, no, don't come up yet. I got to give you a speech. Eileen was a freshman last year, went through many personal battles. One of those was a serious knee injury which kept her sidelined for most of the year. She wanted to throw in the towel, as it was difficult to come every day and not dance. I convinced her to stay the course, knowing there was a bigger picture. She did, and every day limped in a brace across that soccer field just to sit in a chair and sometimes dance with her arms. It exemplified commitment to finishing what is started. I can forever say to everyone now, if Eileen can come to rehearsal, you can too. No excuses. She was a cage lion last year, and as anticipated this year, she broke out. A powerful dancer is someone who has stage presence. The team feels it, and it raises the bar for everyone else. Congratulations, Eileen.
Thank you, Mr. Jason. I'm going to welcome Mr. Creech to the stage to give out some awards for visual art.
Good evening. I'm Mr. Creech, and I am one of the visual arts teachers in the high school. And I get to give 2 awards to 3 individuals, and I'm uncertain if they're able to be here tonight, but I'm excited to honor them. And before I do that, I wanted to just acknowledge that we had 3 pieces that we chose to become a part of the permanent collection in the high school. And so those individuals are honored in our program. And some other pieces are up here on the stage, and those students are Kate Koo, Ellie Chung, and Teresa Yoon. So you can congratulate them, and hopefully that'll give them an excuse to come back and visit and see their work in the high school one day. All right, so for our first award, this goes to a junior, and this student was nominated by their peers, and it is the Notable Achievement in Studio Practice. So I'm going to go ahead and share that name with you and talk about their work. And the honor of Notable Achievement in Studio Practice goes to Aaron Min. So congratulations. This award is given to a junior nominated by their peers, and a lot of these students are inspired by their work, and they're able to testify to what they do and what they put into their art making. And what is studio practice, you may ask? It is the way in which an artist works. It's their individual ideas, their subject matter, their conceptual possibilities, their influences, their inspiration, and the way they go about their business in the studio. And so I want to share just a brief story about Erin and her work. And she was struggling with, how do I, as an artist, invite the viewer into ideas that are sober, that are difficult, that are challenging? How do I do that? I really, really, really want to engage them in some of my own reflections on the Seoul ferry tragedy that happened several years ago. And so we had this just really meaningful discussion. And a few weeks passed by, and she's working through that. And I start to see some unfamiliar faces up on the 4th floor. People I've never seen up on the 4th floor. Some of my basketball players, I asked them, are you guys lost? Like, what's going on? What are you doing up here? And they told me, we're doing some art project. We're having our hands something. I don't know what's going on. And I realized that Erin had invited all kinds of people in the high school to take part in this piece where she would cast their hands in plaster and ultimately form a sculpture. And I just was kind of blown away about her bravery. It's kind of an up-close and personal endeavor to have someone you don't know very well, you're casting their hands, and they're becoming part of your work. And I was personally inspired by that. And so you can see this piece on the 1st floor soon. So again, I just wanted to honor her work and her practice. So congratulations, Erin. And lastly, a final award goes to our seniors who took part in our Year 2 exhibition. And I know that DP Visual Art, we're kind of in two worlds. You know, we're academic, but we're also fine arts. You know, artists, we're always in multiple worlds all the time. But it's just such a huge endeavor that I wanted to, we always give an exhibition award. So I have two seniors who are also nominated by their peers for this. And as I said, the exhibition it's such an undertaking. It's extremely rewarding endeavor on its own. And the two students that received this award are Kate Koo and Naren Kim. So congratulations to both of them. A few words about their work. Kate, you know, she was exploring memory, nostalgia, and parts of herself that she claims are unseen. And as an audience, we were very drawn to these pieces that she brought texture and color and rhythm into her sculptures, her paintings, her drawings, her film, her installations. And not that I don't drink banana milk anymore, but I will never look at, she cast resin in these banana milk containers, and I will never look at those the same again. And Naren captivated us with her just technical gift in painting. And she shared so much about herself, literally, metaphorically, growing up in different stages of her life, and from childhood to adolescence, from pulling teeth to looking into the mirror, investigating both of those with clarity and obscurity. So again, thank you, artists. I'm one of your biggest fans, by the way. So as I've reflected on how messy the room is right now, I was like, you know what, I'd rather than be in there than have to talk to you through a screen. So again, thank you so much, and we just honor all three of those individuals tonight.
I'm going to invite up one of our other high school art teachers, Ms. Huang, to give out some awards for National Art Honor Society.
Good evening, everyone. I was hoping this would come down eventually. So it's been a very special year. It's our first year as NAHS, National Art and Honor Society, to be joining the Fine Arts Banquet. So it's a great honor. And it's the students that I want to honor tonight is 3 students. Can I have Erin Lee and Rachel Cho and Christy Lee come up if you're here? I think I saw 2 of them. Woo! Okay, while they're coming up to stage, I can only say there could have been no other way. Please come up. Yeah. There could have been no other way to set up this club without these students. I was asked to first be the advisor for NHS 3 years ago when I first came to SFS, and just walking into the club, there were a lot of things to set up, and if it wasn't for these students' passions, not just the student members up on the stage, but I've seen some of our members right now around here. So thank you all of those who helped contributed to NHS. There's been 32 members selected this year, and these students aren't just selected, they are selected by their academic excellence, their creative excellence, and their commitment to serving others. So especially this year, the first 2 years, it took time to set up the club, and these members, I've had them since 9th graders, so it's been a joy to see them mature and grow in both design and art, and I've been just hearing a lot of great things about these members from other subjects too. So I think that itself is the proof that they are doing well in other areas too. Can I have Erin first come up? Okay, so those of you who were around the high school around Christmas, Erin was in charge of the construction project, and that's just one of the projects she led this year. She was the vice president this year, and she was re-elected by her members as next year's president. So congratulations on that. I think when members acknowledge you, that already tells how much Erin has been committing to the club. Construction was a joint collaborative project with the Christian Ministries office, where we were asking for donated canned goods and stacking them up as a Christmas tree. And honestly, Erin just took the lead on it. So thank you, Erin, for all of your leadership skills, and I'm looking forward to what you're going to bring forth next year as well. Thank you, Erin. Okay, and of course, next year, we have co-presidents. So it's Rachel, can you please come up? Yeah, Rachel, like all of our executive teams, they've been working so hard in the background. I know it's kind of hard to notice. We've been like the silent club right now. But in the gym, we worked on a year-long mural. So if you have time, please go check it out. Our students have been they've been spending their own time committing to this mural for the gym. And Rachel has been in charge of communicating to all of the members, and we know how hard it is if we ever led a project. There's like 32 different members who have to come by around different times. So she was the one who was planning all of it and leading it while we were leading the other meetings. So she's really busy in the background. And I'm looking forward to your commitment as co-president next year as well. Thank you, Rachel. And last but not least, of course, I want to first thank all of our members. But this award is, I think, special as well because it was this student was nominated by our executive team. Christy Lee, thank you for coming today. She was working on the mural project and she spent the most hours on it, and that probably means she was spending a lot of her personal time too. And those are things that happens in the background that could get unnoticed. So I was really happy to hear that she was willing to spend her time on the artwork itself, where when it's unnoticed, she's still willing to bring her best efforts forth. So it would have never been done without you, Christy. Thank you so much.
So next, in case you didn't know, we have a theater program at Seoul Foreign School. You may not know, maybe you do, and maybe you don't. And you may know or may not know that Miss Moon directs plays at Seoul Foreign School, and she's been doing that for quite some time. So I'm going to invite Mrs. Moon now to come up and give some theater awards. So can we give it up for Mrs. Moon, guys?
Well, it's a joy to see all of you here tonight, and I'm so thrilled to be able to give awards to the theater kids at Seoul Foreign School, and there's a reason for that. And I'm going to read something that I wrote for them before the first play this year, and I'll explain why. Why we perform. Because we must. We perform. To a crowd of 700 in the Liso, or to a crowd of 20, which was how many we had the night that I read this to them. Because we must, we perform. Because we love, we perform. The enigmatic characters, the impossible physicality, the powerful poetry, the mesmerizing musicality, the immersive spirit. Because we believe, we perform. For the impact, the empathy, the miracle, for the muse. Because we know, we perform. Theater is power. Theater is a mirror, a reflection of ourselves and society. Theater is transformative. Theater is truth. Because we are, we perform. Lovers of language, givers of ourselves, finders of meaning, keepers of secrets, believers in art. For all of it, we perform. We must. And I wrote that for the students because of the fact that after weeks and weeks of rehearsing in both of the plays that the kids did this year, they had to perform sometimes to almost empty theaters. They performed for very, very small groups. And even knowing that that was a possibility, they came out to perform. And I am so grateful to the students who were in the theater department this year for that. Because many of them could have said, I'm not going to do it. There won't be an audience. Why should I bother? But they did it anyway, for all of the reasons that I stated in what I just read. And for that, I want to say that I feel I experienced a bit of a miracle. And that was the first of many miracles this year, I have to say. So I want to ask you to give a huge round of applause to all the students in the theater department this year. And to be honest with you, if I had a chance, and Mr. Striffler knows this, I probably would want to say something about each one of them, but I promise you I won't, because we would be here a long time. But I know something to say about each one of them. That's the thing. I know something to say that I think would really, really touch you and make you proud. And I wish I could do that. I also want to say thank you to incredible people that helped us get to that place of performance. I want to say thank you to Crusader Live. There was a miracle with what some members of Crusader Live did. As Mr. Black said, he's never missed. In 14 years, he's never missed a show, but he got COVID. And there were Crusader Live students who stepped in, Rachel Cho and Coleman Breedlove, who stepped in without any practice. Can we give them a hand? I'm telling you, this was a miracle, because to do sound and lighting for a show and to never really have practice preparing is a miracle. And they got through a whole musical, Something Rotten, and did a beautiful job so that we could have one performance. And that was the only performance the students had. I was just blown away by them, and I'll never forget that. I want to thank John Black, Eunjung Shin, John Striffler, our choreographer Jason Lee, our vocal director Tom Ford, our orchestra director Emily Johnson, all these people who made it a possibility and helped us create these miracles this year. And also, I want to thank the drama mamas. And dads, I'm sorry, I'm not saying drama dads, but I'm not gonna lie, it's drama mamas. So and there are drama mamas whose children are graduating this year, and I am crying into my wee little pillow over it, because I know that means they probably won't want to come back. But can you please, can all the drama mamas, do not be shy, be proud of the work you did. Could you please stand up and let us thank you for the work you did this year with these plays? Thank you. All the drama mamas, all of them, thank you. Some of them still aren't standing, but we know who you are. Thank you so much. We absolutely love you. I'm going to start, yes, I am actually going to get around to giving the awards. I'm going to start tonight with the Rising Star Awards. Some of you may wonder about this, but I mean, I think it speaks for itself. These are students that are taking that step out and making themselves visible on the stage. And I am truly, truly excited about what I saw this year. I'd like them all to come down at once So I'm going to say Gio Kim. Thank you. Could Joelle Lee come down? Could Branson Taylor come down? And could Aristides Kosmas come down? Come on, Ari. Come on down, guys. Walk with passion and intention. Bring it on, bring it on. I love it. Love seeing you guys up here. A lot of you didn't see them, but if you had, Gio, you would have seen not only act in a role that was, I think, new for her this year, and it was just hilarious. We did 2 plays, Moliere's The Imaginary Invalid, and also the musical Something Rotten. Gio was a huge help to us with dance and showed leadership in that in the musical. And my memory of you, Gio, every single entrance that you did in Moliere's play, every single one was different. Please give it up for Gio Kim. Joelle Lee, also a Rising Star Award. I want to give this because of her passion and commitment and her sheer love for all things theater, and also stepping into roles when other people had COVID and being willing to step in and just sing and act and do whatever it took to get through those rehearsals. Thank you, Joelle. Do not stand behind me. You deserve to be in front. Branson Taylor, who I have been working with since he was a tiny tot, and I directed him in this little Oliver Twist play, and he was one of the boys out there pickpocketing. Oh my gosh, I love seeing these guys grow up. But Branson is a wonderful musician, and I want to honor his musicality and his bravery for the things he did this year. His air guitar playing is what I will remember, even though he can play the guitar, and acting without speaking for hours on end. Thank you, Branson. Ari. This kid here, as you know, is full of beans, and when I say that with the highest respect. He has a great sense of humor, and he puts a lot of experimentation into his roles. And he always says to me, Miss Moon, what do you think about this? And I'm like, no, Ari, get to the back. Stop it. No, but a lot of times I'm just teasing. He really has good ideas. One of my favorite moments when he was trying to propose to this kid on stage, and it was the worst proposal ever. Not because he's a bad actor, but because he did act very well. And it was horrifying, and we loved it. So thank you, Ari. Rising Star. Thank you all. Love you guys. I would like to now present the Outstanding Theater Ensemble Member Award, and would Penelope Park please come down? There she, look at her. Come on over here, and don't you even try to be shy. All right. I'm giving her this award for her positivity, her laughter, her smiles, her spirit, which is huge. She played a clown in one of the plays that I will never forget, and just the joyfulness that she brought into those interludes was just wonderful. So I just love having her in an ensemble. I think the word that she likes most must have to be, one of them has to be yes. One of them has to be yes. So you are getting the award for the Outstanding Theater Ensemble Member. I'm giving a second award for this tonight, and I should have brought them down together, and I'm sorry. But the second award is to Tyler Kim, Outstanding Theater Ensemble Member. Could I see Tyler Kim? I've also known Tyler since he was in middle school. That's, I think, when I first met you. Was it? Or was it before? Was it 4th grade?
No, not 4th.
Yeah, all right, it was middle school. Tyler is a gentleman. And when I say that, there are a lot of reasons that I say that. He also has great commitment and passion to theater. But one of the things about him is in the plays that we did this year, he had to play multitudes of roles. He was running back and forth, changing costumes, and he played every single one of them with all his heart. Whether it was a jester or a dancing chef or whatever it was, he did it. And so I want to thank him for being an outstanding ensemble member. Thank you, Tyler. I'd like to now give an award. I'm giving 2 awards for supporting roles in The Imaginary Invalid by Moliere. One award goes to Aaron's son, and the other, bringing down Aaron. And the other award, I know she's here, there she comes. And the other award goes to Kiahi Brumsicle. And as they come down, come on, sweetie. As they come down, I'll say that Erin's getting the Outstanding Actress in a Supporting Role Award, and Kiahi's getting the Outstanding Actor, in case you didn't pick that up, in a supporting role in The Imaginary Invalid. I'll talk about Erin first. One of the things I loved was Erin's willingness to step out of the box, way out of the box, and to play a drunk. Sorry, Erin, but she had many drunken entrances and exits in this play. But she really, and to play a woman that's been jilted and just to really have the time of her life doing it, she did a wonderful job with that. And that was really out of the box for her. I loved her performance and I won't forget it. So that's why you're getting the Outstanding Actress in a Supporting Role. Kiahi Brumsicle. Well, he's one of the best athletes at our school, and I just love that he came out for the play this year. I was so grateful to know, because I've known about him for a long time and known his family for many, many years. But what I loved was seeing the humility with which he came to the stage. He commands the court for basketball, but he also commands the stage with his humor, his physicality, believability. He's also really directable and committed. And one of the scenes that I will never forget with Kiahi is a slow motion scene we did where in slow motion he had to fall over couches and lots of furniture and stab one of the doctors in the rear end with a huge needle. So, I mean, I have that etched in my mind. Kiahi, thank you so much, and you really are the outstanding actor in a supporting role. And now for the Outstanding Actor in a Leading Role for The Imaginary Invalid, would Tyler Nagyum Yoon come down? Sorry about... Did I say Taylor? Tyler. Tyler. Sorry, guys. Tyler. I wish you could have seen his performance. He has a little bit of a genius with physicality and humor. And one of the scenes that runs through my head whenever I feel sad, I think of this scene. And it was his death scene. And I know that sounds, that didn't come out right, but I can tell you that he had a scene where he took about 10 minutes to die. And it wasn't really him dying, he was just pretending to die. And it was actually genius. And that, among other things, is one of the reasons that you're getting this award. The other reason is that you really process and listen to what I say, and you try everything. And I really appreciate that so much. So let's give it up to Tyler, not Taylor. Good job, kiddo. All right. The Outstanding Actress in a Leading Role for Imaginary Invalid, Yuna Han. Can Yuna come down? So I don't know if you got to see the play, that The Imaginary Invalid, and see how many times Yuna changed characters and costumes, but it was unbelievable, the amount of running back and forth that she had to do. But that is not why she got the award. She got the award because of her commitment to becoming a character, her leadership, her support of the underclassmen and the younger actors, her patience with the process, and being willing to go the extra mile throughout the entire process. So I'm so proud of you, Yuna, and thank you so much. And so you're getting the Outstanding Actress. All right, and I know everybody's worried about time, and I'm so sorry, but I just feel like, Mr. Striffler, stop laughing. I just love these kids. Okay, all right, so I'd like to do right now the Outstanding Actor in a Supporting Role for Something Rotten, Leo Rondinelli. And the Outstanding Actress in a Leading Role for Something Rotten, Rachel Cho. And the Outstanding Actor in a Leading Role, Something Rotten, Max Nam. Leo is a study in character study. He's a risk taker. He has incredible kindness, awareness of the needs of others, which I saw backstage and on stage, and made me laugh until I thought I was going to be sick. He played in this play, in both plays, he played very distinctive characters. And it was just a joy to watch him evolve into those roles. And so that's why I want to give you that award this evening. Rachel is getting an Outstanding Actress Award for Something Rotten for so many different reasons, but I love that she also kind of stepped out of the box and this time played a very giddy poet lover and made a new actor on the stage feel comfortable during the process. I've seen her grow in so many ways over these years, and I'm so grateful to her dedication. So Max Nam, he's getting the Outstanding Actor Award in a leading role in Something Rotten. I thought of all these P words for you, Max. I don't know why. The first word was power. The second word was presence, perseverance, personality. And when I thought of a scene that will always stick with me, with Rachel, it was the scene where she's singing about her love of poetry, but with you, it's every single scene. I can't tell you how much we're going to miss our seniors on this stage. I'm going to give a couple more awards. This one is called the Outstanding Character Actor Award. And anybody who's seen any theater at SFS would know who receives this. Junmo Koo. I can just tell you that Junmo has brought me so much joy watching him on stage. He is larger than life. He is also about an evolutionary process as he becomes characters. And I know he's another one that I can't pick a scene because I just enjoy every single scene. And I know last year I talked about all the different roles he's played since I've known him. He's played a South African, he's played a British do-gooder, he's played Robin Hood, he's played Elvis. I mean, there's just, the range is unbelievable. And to be you have to be a character actor to do that range. He's also played a monster on an island. I'm just saying, it's difficult. So I'm so proud of him and so thankful for what he's brought to the stage. I have two more awards. One is the Stage Manager Award, and I'd like to call Terry Shim down to the stage. I got to say nice things about Terry Shim twice tonight. Terry is the mother to all. She's a mother to me. She's a support to me. She's kind to the freshmen. She guides by example. She's always there, no matter what we need. She's ready and willing to help. So I've been so lucky to have her as a stage manager these last couple years, along with some other really great stage managers. But thank you, Terry, for all the many ways that you keep us held together. And the final award that I'm giving tonight is a Director's Award. And this is a special award. All of these awards are special to me. But I'm really grateful that I can give this award to someone who has gone the extra mile in so many ways, backstage and on stage. And I've seen her push, push, push. How can I make this better? How can I help? What can I do? All of those things. And so I'd like to give this award to Yuna Han. You did that with a lot of grace, considering you're in high heels. Could I please ask Mr. Ford to come down to the stage? Mr. Tom Ford. So Mr. Ford has been here working in the theater department for many, many years. And it has been my distinct joy and privilege and pleasure to work side by side with him on 9 different musicals. And there's so much that I could say at this time. But what I decided to do, Mr. Ford, is ask students what they feel about you as the vocal director for these musicals, all of the students that have been in them. And I won't tell you everything they said, but I'll send it to you. But I put it all together like this. A little help, a lot of hope. Aida, a believer in us, articulate harmonies. Thoroughly modern Millie. The difficult made doable. Adam's Family, welcoming every student, even me, Grease, a manly man, but not macho, but godly and loving, who I want to be. Anything goes, with a smile for all, mask or no mask. The impossible made possible, Les Mis. Pre-COVID, during COVID, post-COVID, Guys and Dolls, a miracle worker of music, Something Rotten, Papa Ford. His musical expertise, unconditional love, and support for the SFS arts community for these past years will be remembered for generations to come. Thank you, Tom, from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you, Mrs. Moon. Thanks, Mrs. Moon. I'm going to invite Dr. Murdoch to the stage. Oh, there she is. So while we do theater here on this stage, Dr. Murdoch is our amazing and talented and just wonderful IB theater teacher in the high school. And she's going to present some more to students. So welcome, Dr. Murdoch.
Could I please have the APAC 22 team join me here on stage with purpose, please? And if you would stand here along the front of the table, and as I'm speaking, Mr. Striffler will hand you your awards. Before I give the Exceptional Ensemble Award this evening, I would like to take a moment to recognize the APAC Forensics students. We were unable to have a season this year, but you are seen and you are loved. Next year will look different, but we look forward to what the year holds for you. It is my absolute joy to present the Exceptional Ensemble Award to the APAC Theater team this year. Ensemble is a critical element of most theater productions, and at the same time, a fragile dynamic that involves cultivation and care, especially in an academic setting. Ensemble requires a willingness to defer to others, as well as take deep risks. Each production or project develops to varying degrees, but it has been a long time since I personally have worked with such a remarkable ensemble. From the outset, this group has been generous, supportive, and brave. Their energy and optimism in the face of numerous challenges allowed each individual to shine as well. And when you have a group that works so cohesively, it's just not possible to give a single award to a single individual on the team. Yuna's depth of experience, Hong's eye for plot, Mina's readiness to step in at a moment's notice, Aaron's director's perspective, Tyler's focus on each of his teammates, Min's careful scripting, Eliza's bold choices, Branson's efficient editing, all came together to create a dynamic experience that was greater than the sum of its parts. So, Mr. Striffler, if you could hand each of them, and then we will have our photo taken, and then we would like to share with you the video that the APAC team created under extreme limitations. And it is, especially when you know that they were only allowed 2 takes at the most per shot, it is an especially enjoyable work to watch. Hang on, photos. We hope you enjoy watching this as much as we enjoyed putting it together.
That was awesome, guys. I've watched that several times, but it was awesome. Thank you so much, guys. And it was great seeing Mr. Hutchin on camera there for a bit of time. I really enjoyed the cameo appearance by Mr. Hutchin, so thank you for that. I'm going to invite up now Mr. Yanu, and he's going to give some awards for Tri-M, our Music Honor Society.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Could the executives for Tri-M please make their way to the stage? Tri-M is a music honor society that seeks to serve our school community through music and create performance opportunities for the music students within it. I would like to recognize the work of my colleague Young Han Ham, who cannot be here tonight, and his work in supervising this chapter this year. Let's give it up for Young Han. So this year's Tri-M executives have done an amazing job in organizing community events such as the Valentine's Day virtual concert and the Christmas concert, and also the busking in our schools. And they've done this all despite the challenges that COVID has presented. And we're here to recognize their amazing work in inspiring our music students to make wonderful music. So thank you, Tri-M execs. They are, as I say your name, please receive your award from Mr. Striffler. They are Derek Mu, Alice Kwan, Erin Lee, Minjun Kim, and Isabella Dunsby. Well done.
Hi, I'm Emily Johnson, and I have the pleasure of teaching orchestra and IB music here at SFS, and I would like to welcome the orchestra students as well as Andre to come down here so they can receive their awards in a timely way. So orchestra members, please find your way this way. Thank you for being here this evening, and thank you to those of us joining us online. It's a great joy to be here on this stage, reflecting on the remarkable artistic endeavors from this past school year. As a new member of the Seoul foreign community, I have been impressed with the culture of high expectations and the importance of music in our students' lives. I'm excited to highlight some specific students this evening and acknowledge that none of these award recipients got to this point on their own. As the saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child. So in recognizing individuals this evening, we are also celebrating their classmates, their collaborators, their tutors, their mentors, and most importantly, their supportive families. I'll begin with awards selected from members of the Chamber Orchestra. The award for Outstanding Musicianship in Chamber Orchestra is going to a student whose practice is evident both as a soloist and a contributing member of the Chamber Orchestra. She was selected as an AMI Senior Solo finalist this year and is a musical leader in the viola section. Fellow musicians look to her as an example for phrasing and interpretation, as well as accuracy. It has been a rewarding experience to make music together, and I congratulate this year's Outstanding Musicianship Award winner, Ella Lee. The Outstanding Leadership Award is given in recognition of a student who leads both musically and socially. In my short time here at SFS, most of our leaders have been in grades 11 and 12, and this award is given to a student who became a leader in grade 10. The winner of this award willingly moved to another violin section, accepting change and taking on challenging solos in our chamber orchestra pieces. Not only did she take the challenge well, but wrote in her year-end reflection, "Can we do more pieces like that?" Showing a hunger for challenge and exposure to new ways of making music. When establishing bowings and addressing questions during rehearsals, she was a true collaborator, finding out others' opinions, considering the options, and making a decision as best she could. I'm sure this student will continue to achieve great things, and I look forward to the music we will make together. Please join me in congratulating this year's Outstanding Leadership Award recipient, Gia Dunsby. Next up, we have some awards for symphony orchestra members. The Rising Star Award is meant to acknowledge one of the many underclassmen members of the symphony orchestra. The recipient of this award is a student who is a great musician and will go on to achieve great things on the violin. It has been a great joy to work with this student and hear about how they are engaging with our music outside of rehearsal, showing the music to friends and family, sharing with them what they're enjoying and what they're practicing. Our eyes are on this musician as we look forward to the music they'll create in the years to come. Congratulations to this year's Rising Star recipient, Minjun Kim. The Beethoven Award for Outstanding Orchestral Musicianship is a relatively new award, having just been started last year. Mr. Walker developed this award inspired by Ludwig van Beethoven, who raised the identity of musicians to that of artists and championed the concept of music as a means of expression. Beethoven is considered by many to be the father of the Romantic movement in music, and we are still finding new depths to his work nearly 200 years after his death. A famous Beethoven quote reads, "To play a wrong note is insignificant. To play without passion is inexcusable." And the recipient of this award exemplifies this idea. I have rarely heard a note from the student's violin that was casually or blandly played. Interpretation and articulation are this student's strengths, and it is obvious in her playing. Congratulations to the recipient of the Beethoven Award for Outstanding Orchestral Musicianship, Sheena Kim. The next award we have is the Heart of the Orchestra Award. We use this term, heart, to refer to something that is at the core of an object, a vital component of the whole. Without its presence in the human body, life cannot be sustained. The orchestra is undoubtedly a team operation, with every member of the ensemble contributing to produce something that we can only achieve together. Yet many orchestras also have hearts, members of the orchestra who keep the message and the meaning of the music at the center of their participation. The second ever recipient of this award is one of these people. She is dedicated, positive, and hardworking. She is kind, cheerful, and reliable. She's an outstanding role model for the younger students in our group, showing what it means to be dedicated, enjoy music for its message, and respect the meaningful way our playing can join us together. Please congratulate this year's Heart of the Orchestra Award recipient, Claire Cosina. The final orchestra award this evening is the National School Orchestra Award. Ooh. Yes. Yes, it's the big one. Okay. The National School Orchestra Award is the highest honor that can be bestowed upon a member of the high school orchestra to recognize excellence in playing and contributions to the ensemble. This award recognizes outstanding dedication and superior musicianship and is awarded to only one SFS Symphony Orchestra member each spring. The recipient of this award has been the concertmaster of chamber orchestra and symphony orchestra this school year and has risen to the occasion. Our orchestra pieces this year had many violin solos, and I always looked forward to those musical moments in our performance when our award recipient would play the passages with accuracy and artistry. The role of concertmaster requires the musician to be a musical leader, studying the music and practicing so that they are prepared to be an example. The recipient of this award has been not only an excellent example musically, but also socially. She has led with not only purpose and the shared goal in mind, but just as importantly with grace and understanding for her fellow musicians. I look forward to seeing what this student achieves in their future, and I know that whoever she works with will be blessed as we have by her presence and spirit. Congratulations to this year's National Orchestra Award recipient, Heejin Jamie Lee. I know I said that was the last one, but I also teach IB music, so I will be here just a bit longer. And now the awards for IB music. Diploma program music is a challenging course, whether taken at the standard or higher level. It's demanding of musicians in that not only are you assessed as a performer, but also in terms of detailed musical analysis, musical research, and composition. IB music students who excel are those who strive to dig deeper, dissect every aspect, and look for the true meaning or message of a piece. I've selected 2 award winners from this year's diploma candidates, focusing on musical scholarship and musical achievement. This year's recipient of the IB Musical Scholarship Award is a student who impresses with their detailed approach to analysis and research. He investigates, gathers evidence, and draws conclusions from scores and recordings as a professional would. His knowledge of music theory and application in unfamiliar settings is truly impressive and evidences his true passion for understanding and performing music. Classmates look to him for assurance and corroboration, and I am certain that the broader musical community will continue to regard this award recipient as an intelligent and capable researcher, analyst, and musician. I look forward to seeing what this year's student achieves in the future and ask you to join me in congratulating this year's Music Scholarship Award recipient, Andre Kuku. The second award being presented for IB Music is the IB Musical Achievement Award. The recipient of this award exemplified quiet confidence and used feedback effectively in IB Music tasks. In working with the student, I found she worked carefully and intentionally and drew on previous experiences to inform her compositional choices. It was inspiring to see her approach challenging compositional tasks unaccompanied by ego. It was similar to watching a sculptor chip away at a large rock, working to reveal what she recognized as the final product. Her written work and analysis also showed great understanding of the music studied. Overall, her work in IB Music was incredible and deserves recognition. Congratulations to our IB Musical Achievement Award, Heejin Jamie Lee. Come on back.
Okay, I'd like to welcome our 2 band teachers up to the stage to give out some band awards.
Good evening. My name is Joshua Yanu, and me and Sophie Holbrook co-teach the Crusader Band. And can Alex Kill, Jessica Huang, and Ian Kim from the Crusader Band please come to the stage? We have 3 awards to present. While they're coming, I will say the Crusader Band is a band in the high school that is open to any high school student, and it is an absolute hoot every time we get to meet together. And a toot, yes. Thank you, Mrs. Holbrook. Actually, over to you.
In Crusader Band, we have many deserving freshmen that meet the description of the Rising Star Award. Students who excel musically and who demonstrate diligence in their personal practice, as well as a high level of focus and effort in class. Making music takes teamwork. Working collaboratively and preparing your part to ensure that others sound their best is at the core of what makes an excellent band member. This year, 2 students rose above their peers, and we'd like to thank them for their incredible contributions to this year's Crusader Band. Congratulations to Ian Kim and Alex Kill.
We'll get a photo of you. The Sophomore Leadership Award goes to a student who has led not only by example, but also by encouraging and empowering those within her percussion section. She is the only girl amongst many boys up the back in the percussion section, and she had a tough job this year, reining them all in and making them make good music this year. But she did it through her diligence and through her excellence, and her leadership really shone through. And we are grateful for the work you have done, Jessica, Thank you for being such an accomplished musician and for your work in Crusader Band this year. Okay. Now for Wind Ensemble Awards. I'd like to welcome to the stage Unche Jessica Shin and Jinyok Kim and Jung Hoon Kim to the stage, please. These students are members of the Wind Ensemble. The Wind Ensemble is the auditioned ensemble at Seoul Foreign School for wind band that encompasses woodwind, brass, and percussion instruments. These students are receiving leadership awards this evening. They are all section leaders, and they are fine examples for others to aspire to. They serve their peers by helping them learn their music and become better musicians, and I have appreciated their work this year. They have helped make Wind Ensemble great. And without them, it wouldn't be half as good as it is. There's only one of you here tonight. So Jordan plays the euphonium, and his sound fills the whole room. And he is receiving a leadership award, but he is a quiet leader in that he demonstrates it by his excellence and his humble attitude. So thank you for your work, Jordan. Next, I'd like to invite Noah Kim to the stage. Noah is receiving... Is he here? He's coming. So Noah is receiving a very special award. It's called the Junior Devotion Award. And I thought immediately of Noah when I read this award because Noah is really devoted to music and to wind ensemble. He is the first to come and the last to leave. And he has a lot to set up. He plays the oboe. He's there warming up, and oboes are very nervous about their reeds that they perform well. But Noah, I want to thank you tonight for your diligent practice. You play beautifully, and you are committed to the art and to music. And your selfless attitude has allowed the music to shine through. So thank you for being devoted to Wind Ensemble this evening. Well done, mate. Good work. I'd like to invite Brian Kwan to the stage. So Brian is a solid senior, and he is receiving the Solid Senior Award tonight because this young man is a pillar of the SFS music program. He enjoys the process of refining music, and his musical vision extends beyond his own part into what the ensemble needs. He is a solid, dependable member of the band whose humble attitude and commitment has enabled great things to happen. And since I arrived at SFS, he's been such a joy to work with. So thank you for your work throughout all your years in band, Brian. Good work. I would like to invite Chloe Chan, Yocho Yoon, and Jimin Yoon to the stage. This is the first time this award has gone to brother and sister. So the the Showmanship Award is given to students who have risen above their peers by displaying such dazzling musicianship. It makes us all grateful for the gift of music. And it's not by accident. These students decided long ago to practice. And we all know there is no shortcut, but not many of us are willing to actually do it. Long ago, they made a habit out of practice. This became part of who they are, and now it has the power to shape their destiny. I want to thank you for sharing your passion and for your music with us, and for making the band better through your playing. So the Junior Showmanship Award goes to Chloe Chun for her work on oboe, Yochul Yoon for his work on flute, and Jimin Yoon for your work on flute. Please join with me in congratulating him. I'd like to invite Andre Kuku again to the stage. Bless you. Jazz drummer Art Blakey famously once said that jazz washes away the dust of everyday life. And that's certainly what it felt like when the jazz band would get together, sometimes on a Tuesday evening. We would all be tired. It's 5 o'clock. Some of us had just done sport. We'd had a full day of classes. It was still another 2 hours until dinner time. But we would leave energized every single week. And this year's Louis Armstrong Jazz Award recipient joined the jazz band. You can come on the stage while I embarrass you. He joined the jazz band the year I arrived at SFS. And with Andre, I can remember sharing many such rehearsals together. He's found the joy and the love in music, and he enjoys the challenge of pursuing the perfect musical expression in each improvisation. He has mastery over the technical demands of his instrument and possesses the courage needed to try new things and to go into the unknown with music. He is a wonderful human. He is humble, he is happy, and he is hardworking. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is the highest award given to jazz students worldwide, and it's my great joy to give it to Andre. Please congratulate him. Our final award, the Sousa Award, is the pinnacle of achievement in high school band. It's the big one. It recognizes the superior musicianship and outstanding dedication of a student. And this year's recipient is a senior, but he's shown this every single year since he got here. And I've been waiting to give this award to him since I met him in 10th grade. He has an intense love for good music, and he strives every time he plays to create good music. He is an inspiration to others and an active member of band. He's been involved in honor bands, he's in jazz band, and in countless extracurricular events. When there's an opportunity to play, he's the first to raise his hand. And I too have seen music transform him. And he is a kind and caring person whom I will miss intensely next year. I've enjoyed sharing the love of music with him, and it's with great pleasure that I bestow the Sousa Award on this truly fine musician, Max Nam.
Mr. Yenu's tall. I'm going to invite our choral teacher and director, Mr. Ford, to the stage to give some awards out.
Good evening. I guess that's the last pile of awards. You've been watching that slowly dwindle, waiting, watching the clock, as have I. Here we are. Okay. The presenting of awards is a time to honor those who have excelled and achieved in many ways. There are many who are not physically here tonight who also deserve recognition for their passion for singing and their unwavering commitment to the choral program at SFS. And I'm so grateful and blessed to have been able to work with so many students, all of my students, over these past 8 years, whether they're getting an award tonight or not. So if you're listening and tuning in, I really have been blessed by being able to work with you. I'd like to remind all of us tonight that apart from the musical talent, character, integrity, commitment, passion, a teachable spirit, and a respectful attitude are very heavily considered when it comes to the awards for this evening. So now on to the choral awards for this year. Please hold your applause until in each category I announce the students and they can come up for their award. So for concert choir, this is the school day choir that meets during the school day. I have 2 students who will be receiving the Outstanding Leadership Concert Choir Award this evening, and they are Sung-Ah Lee and Zachary Han. Please come forward. Both of these students have demonstrated commitment and leadership during choir class in various ways, including leading in sectionals, leading with their years of vocal experience with singing, and most importantly, leading with good conduct and respectful attitudes. So congratulations, Sung-Ah Lee and Zachary Han for being the outstanding leadership, for getting the Outstanding Leadership Award in Concert Choir. Congratulations. The next choir is Psalms Choir. Now this is a choir that meets on Thursday evenings and is high school students, teachers, and used to be also parents, hopefully in the future again after COVID leaves us, right? Will the following students please come on stage? Yuna Han, Emma Kim, and Hiri Han. Please join me on stage. I've been very impressed by the level of commitment and leadership that I've seen in all 3 of these students, mainly because Psalms Choir is a non-auditioned, ungraded choir, and it meets in the evenings. The recipient of the Outstanding Leadership Award in Psalms Choir has stepped up and was willing to lead in various capacities this year. And the recipient of the Outstanding Leadership Award is Hiri Han. Congratulations, Hiri. Congratulations. You can stay here for a moment. The Outstanding Commitment to Psalms Choir Award goes to 2 students who have been involved with Psalms Choir throughout their high school years. This year, the recipients are Yuna Han and Emma Kim. Congratulations. The last choir that will be receiving some awards this evening is Moonlight Choir. Moonlight Choir is the audition choir here at Seoul Foreign School, and it meets on Tuesday evenings. Again, will the following students please join me on stage? Rachel Cho, Chelsea Kang, Aaron Lee, Jonathan Sung, Jin Sol Kang, Joshua Yi, Jun Moku, Joanna Jung, and Yuna Han. Sorry, Yuna. Never. You guys have lots of fans, but I'm the biggest one. Never underestimate the power of song and the impact of having a humble spirit as you share your craft with others. Moonlight Choir was stellar in their Stay Pack Festival, which was in place of APAC this year in the fall, and then went on to share beautiful music both at Christmas and the spring with the rest of the community. Each year, the All-Star Awards are given to Moonlight Choir members, and here are the recipients this year. The Moonlight Choir All-Star Award is the first one. Receiving an All-Star Award means that a person has demonstrated hard work, commitment and has exhibited good attitudes while contributing towards the success of Moonlight Choir. The recipients of the All-Star Award this evening are Rachel Cho and Chelsea Kang. No Chelsea? Nope, okay. The Moonlight Choir All-Star Musicianship Award. The two students receiving the All-Star Musicianship Award have definitely shown all of us that they are true musicians. They have graced us with their beautiful singing voices in choirs and through their solo work during the past few years. This year's Moonlight All-Star All-Star Musicianship Award goes to Aaron Lee and Jonathan Sung. And Aaron, just so you know, I do know that you're not a senior. Yeah, I knew that's what was going through your mind because someone else, your mom, said, Aaron doesn't think you know what her grade is. I do know. I've had you since 7th grade. But she's the only non-senior standing up here because she's been in Moonlight Choir for 3 years. Next year, she'll be the only person who's been in Moonlight Choir for, well, assuming you audition again, 4 years, all 4 years of high school. That's a big feat. I want to also point out, while I'm at it, that Erin also made it to the finals in the AMI International Vocal Solo Competition. So congratulate her on that, please. Moonlight Choir All-Star Commitment Award. This year, there's one student who will be receiving the All-Star Commitment Award. This student truly demonstrated what it means to be totally committed to what they have signed up for. They were always at rehearsals, always ready to sing with enthusiasm, always ready to listen to instruction, and always looking out for the good of the group. This year's Moonlight Choir All-Star Commitment Award goes to, I just wonder if you all know who's going to get it. Yeah. Jinsol is correct. They know who's committed. By unanimous decision, Jinsol. Moonlight Choir All-Star Perseverance Award. There are 3 students receiving the All-Star Perseverance Award this year. The past 3 years has been a tough one for everyone, and there are many times when all of us, including the director, I'm just being honest, questioned whether or not or why we were continuing with rehearsals and trying to perform when everything was canceled. Just when you thought, okay, we're ready. Nope, you can't do that. Okay. However, that's what this award is all about, perseverance. I would like to thank the following 3 students for their outstanding perseverance in Moonlight Choir the past 3 years. This year's Moonlight Choir Perseverance Award goes to Joshua Yi, Junmo Koo, Joanna Jung. Okay, the All-Star Extra Mile Award. There's only one person left up here, probably wondering, why am I up here? There's one more award. The person receiving the All-Star Extra Mile Award has done just that. They have always been willing to go above and beyond what is expected of them to do what is good for the group. And this person spent many, many hours creating and then teaching us the choreography to our songs, and was not bashful also to ask for help when they wanted to improve their own singing skills. This year's Moonlight Choir All-Star Extra Mile Award goes to Yuna Han. Okay. Oh, wait, I have 2 more. No, I got them all. Okay. Yes. If I could ask Jonathan Sung to stay here for a moment, the rest of you may go off stage. Just to save time. Oh, you hear that? Oh. Jonathan, I've been asking you to come pick up your certificate for like 3 weeks. So Actually, no, that wasn't to embarrass him. Jonathan has another award. The National School Choral Award is the award that honors the high school senior who has demonstrated a high degree of commitment and involvement in the SFS choral program during their high school years. As a reminder, this is not a Best Vocalist award, although he's a great vocalist, but instead an award which recognizes the outstanding contribution, achievement, loyalty, and most importantly, involvement in the choral program here at SFS. While there are several seniors who have contributed greatly to the overall choral program, we can't do it alone, as we all know, and deserve to be honored for their achievements. According to the stats, there is one who stands out as having been the most involved in the SFS choral program throughout their high school career. And of course, I think I had you in middle school too, didn't I? Yeah, I think so. Their passion and dedication to the choral program, along with their teachable spirit, has been admirable, as they have always been willing to do what is best for the whole group and not just for themselves. Of course, I'm talking about Jonathan Sung. So the recipient of the National School Choral Award for 2022 is Jonathan Sung.
I'm going to ask Mr. Ford to stay here with Mr. Yanu and Ms. Johnson, and they're going to present an award.
I'm back. Okay, so the music department discusses annually and decides on one student to receive the Leonard Bernstein Award. In his long career, Leonard Bernstein made an indelible mark on the musical world as a conductor, composer, and teacher. This award will honor students whose musical contributions, dedication, and creativity set them apart as deserving of the highest recognition for their achievements. This award is the highest honor that the SFS Music Department can bestow, and it is only given in years when there is a student deserving of the award. This year's award winner is a remarkable musician that you have seen on stage a few times already this evening. She is a remarkable musician and person who we find deserving of this departmental award. This year's Bernstein Award goes to a student who performs at a high level on her instrument, practicing regularly in pursuit of excellence. In both symphony orchestra and chamber orchestra, her classmates depend on her leadership and her musicianship. Serving as the concertmaster of both groups, this student has prepared solos and led sectionals throughout the year, helping the ensemble to succeed. She's also excelled in IB music class, analyzing music from various time periods and cultures, as well as composing complex pieces of music for a range of instruments. I was especially impressed with her compositions based on a traditional Korean lullaby and her adaptation of Gil Evans and Miles Davis's Baplicity, paying attention to the music that came up in her everyday life. Our award winner has also contributed to our community through CAS, planning and preparing a virtual recital to benefit the Dharm Welfare Foundation. She also volunteered to play in the pit of this year's production of Something Rotten, and pit music is not easy. She is the person I ask questions to when I inevitably didn't know things, like where did Mr. Walker buy the chamber orchestra uniforms from? This student is someone who can be counted on, and beyond that, always shows up as a respectful and creative musical artist. It has been a pleasure and blessing to work and make music with this year's award recipient, and I could not be more proud to announce that the 2022 Leonard Bernstein Award winner is Heejin Jamie Lee.
We do have one more student performance, and I'm going to invite Andre Kukuk to come up to the stage, and he's going to perform for us this evening. So Andre, I don't know where you are. There you are. But Andre's going to perform awesomely on his guitar for us this evening. So here he comes. So Andre is going to perform an original composition entitled Devon. And again, he composed and he will perform this. So this is, I'm not sure if it's a world premiere, but I think it might be a world premiere. Maybe it could be. And I'm super excited. So here's Andre going to perform for us. Well done, Andre. Okay, he's in there. So, what's up? He's coming back. Here he is. So there aren't any more awards up here, but I get the privilege of handing out this really major award this evening. And you don't see any plaques, but your name goes up on a major plaque in the Arts Building. And this award actually comes with a scholarship. And this is the last award of the evening. So this is called the Langston K. Rogde Memorial Visual and Performing Arts Scholarship Award. So this award is chosen from every arts teacher in the whole department. So we meet as a department and decide through criteria who's going to win this award each year. So this is decided upon about art teachers, visual art teachers, music teachers, theater teachers. Everyone decides in this award. So The Langston K. Rogde Memorial Visual and Performing Arts Scholarship Fund was created by Miss Linda W. Rogde in the year 2018 in honor of her late husband, Mr. Langston Rogde, who was the finance manager of our school from 1996 to 2010. A $1,000 scholarship will be awarded to a Seoul Foreign School graduating senior who meets the established requirements according to the teachers representing theater, visual arts, and musical arts. The student must be a senior and in good standing. They must have demonstrated outstanding talent and abilities in either performing or visual arts. The student must also plan to pursue higher education in the field of performing or visual arts. The recipient of the Langston K. Rogde Memorial Visual and Arts Performing Arts Scholarship Fund Award this year is Andre Cuckoo. Please join us on the stage. Andre, come join me on stage, Andre. And keep applauding for him. He's amazing. Well done. So I get to embarrass him a little bit by talking some more about him. So Andre's accomplishments in the area of performing arts and academic music have been impressive during his high school career. He took IGCSE music in grade 9 with Mr. Ford, MYP music in grade 10 with Mr. Yanu, and DP music with both Mr. Walker and Mrs. Johnson. Andre has a very keen mind for music theory and is a prolific composer who is not afraid to experiment with new ideas. His intellectual curiosity, passion for understanding music, and dislike for cliches will greatly benefit him as he goes on to study music. As a performer, Andre has been in the jazz band for the last 3 years. His virtuosic technique on the guitar and his deep knowledge of music theory made it easy for him to communicate his musical ideas. His improvisations inspired others. Andre even taught himself to play the bass when the jazz band needed a bass player. He also played guitar in this year's production of Something Rotten. Andre is a humble musician, never seeking the limelight, and always looking for new ways to grow. Again, please, let's congratulate this year's recipient of the Langston K. Rogde Memorial and Visual Arts Scholarship, Andre Cuckoo. Just three thank yous. Thank you, parents. Again, it's so lovely to see you, and thank you for being here this evening. Thank you, Mr. Flanagan, our head of school, for supporting us, and Dr. Linda Zed for supporting us. Thank you, teachers, and again, well done, students. Congratulations, seniors. Congratulations, everyone. Have a great evening. Good night. Thank you.
Just want to give you a heads up.
Andre, well done, buddy. Yep.